Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech, but today I want to talk about the Apple 30%. Now, Google also takes a percent, but today I want to talk about Apple. Apple takes 30% of everything that you get from any app that comes from the App Store or in-app purchases. 30%. Now, that's why Epic Games doesn't have anything on the App Store anymore, because it didn't agree with this 30% markup. Now, 30% can be a lot of money for people, and we all know Apple has all of the money all of the time. But I really don't care about Epic Games. I think Epic Games has enough money. I think Apple has enough money. I don't think we need to worry about this stuff so much. But what I found out is that if you make a donation through Facebook, if hurricane whatever comes through and Facebook is like, okay, we're gonna bring money together for people to help people, then Apple's all of a sudden like, we're taking 30% of that. And if Facebook tries to post, now if you get this through your Apple app, Apple's going to take 30%. Apple will not let Facebook put that on, and that is a dirty move. It's a move unlike anything that we would have expected Apple to do. We would have expected Apple to let somebody post that, but Apple wants their money. Apple has all the money. Apple has so much money. It's one of the most expensive, or one of the richest groups out there right now. But they need 30% of every donation that gets brought in. 30%. They have to have that, or they can't keep their app store afloat, I suppose. I just can't get over the fact they need 30%. But at the same time, Facebook can't say that Apple gets 30%. Dirty pool, mister. Dirty pool. And it's interesting. I see so many of these absolute power corrupts absolutely, and I see so many of these places that they'll start out. I see so many beginners starting out, and they're like, yeah, rights to the small people, and then they get big and they're like, no, I want all that money for myself. The more I see this stuff, the more I think to myself that there is no way that I'm going to be rich in this life and still be a reasonable person, still be a virtuous person. And when we see stuff like Louis Rossmann, if you're watching him these days, he's got this real estate thing where he looks around at the real estate prices all throughout the city. Real estate is stupid high, and for business realty, it really seems like there's a lot of people that are just pouring money into buildings, not to better them, but they're saying that they're laundering money through these buildings. In New York, there's so many places that don't even have storefronts in New York because foreigners are investing money, or not investing money, but they're pouring dirty money in to get clean money out, and that affects us all. There's definitely a problem with that in the USA and Canada when it comes to residential homes too. All kinds of money laundering going on, and these days nobody can afford a frickin' place, but it's okay. It's okay. Everybody's worried about the economy. The S&P 500 is up higher than it's ever been before. The S&P 500, of course, is the top 500 stocks of all time, and in the New York Stock Exchange. And it went down as soon as the coronavirus hit, and then went way back up. Business is doing better than ever before. Business is doing it better than ever before, and there are people who have no frickin' jobs. Not business. The stock market's doing better than ever before. Maybe Wall Street needs a little bit of a nerf, because I'm seeing, especially when I look out in the States, I'm seeing a poor class. I'm not even seeing a middle class. I don't see a middle class. And then I see an upper class. And these upper class are telling the middle class to blame the lower class. And it's starting to get to the point where the middle class is telling the lower class to blame the upper class. And that's when we have a revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, revolution. We've got people at the bottom, the proletariat, people in the middle, the bourgeoisie, and then the people at the top, the royalty. The bourgeoisie telling the proletariat to go after the royalty, but in reality, the bourgeoisie doesn't even care about the proletariat. They just hate the royalty. That just seems to be how it goes. But the longer we go with this capitalism, the longer it looks like a late-stage capitalism, the more I focus on something, the more it changes. When I look at Apple and think they're supposed to be a good place. They're supposed to be a good place. Apple's supposed to be a good place doing good things. Then I think back about the Apple Lisa. Yeah, you don't like to talk about Lisa very much, do you? I don't even want to get into that too much. But what I'm trying to get at is, it ain't right. taking 30% off of donations to from horrible situations, that should be freaking criminal. Not letting Facebook say that they're taking 30%, that should be freaking criminal. And then Facebook has to take its own thing off the top of that. Believe it or not, most fundraisers are cost money to raise these funds. Just unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. This is a new world, but we can change it. We can definitely change it. I just wish I knew how. Anyways, folks, that's it for me. Neff from Neff's Tech. Let's have a good one and take care of each other.